Welcome all to AutoCAD online training presented by BIMLABS. BIMLABS is an Autodesk learning partner, and I am Bijina VT, Technical Engineer in BIMLABS Engineering Services Private Limited. This is my mail ID. This is part 2 video for drawing tools. Next option in drawing tools is polyline. We can select the polyline from the drawing panel, and also we can select the drawing option polyline from the draw menu bar. Here there is option for polyline. And you can also access the polyline by entering the command PL enter. By giving PL command and giving enter, we will get the option for creating the polyline. So after selecting the polyline, you can see that in the command area or in the command box, we have to, the text specifies that we have to specify the starting point. Okay, so for drawing, creating polyline, I'm going to specify the starting point of the polyline. So if I want to start from this point in the model space, I have to click here. After clicking there in the command box, it is given that we have to specify the next point. Okay, for completing that polyline or for fixing the next point in that polyline. If I want to pick this point as the second point in the polyline, I can click on that point. Or otherwise, if I want to give any length for that polyline, I can also give length which I want to give. Like if I want to give a 500 units length, I can give that value in the keyboard like this 500 and giving enter in keyboard. You can see that a line, polyline, which will have that segment of the polyline will have a unit of 500 unit, will have a length of 500 unit length. Like this, I can also pick any point, pick anywhere in the model space. Okay. So whenever we are doing polyline, whenever we are creating this polyline, in the command box, there is some sub options in the polyline option. So in the sub option, just after selecting the polyline, we will get some sub options. They are arc, close, half width, length, undo, and width. By using the first sub option arc, we can convert this polyline to an arc by selecting the arc sub option. And selecting the arc sub option, you can see that my polyline selection has changed to arc. After selecting the arc sub option, all the polylines will be having an arc shape. It will convert to the arc selection. And giving escape. Again, I am selecting polyline from the polyline draw panel. And the next sub option is close. After selecting the close sub option, you can see that the end point and the first starting point of this polyline will connect together. Okay, selecting close sub option, you can see that the end point of this is the end point of the this polyline, and this was the first starting point of that polyline. These two points get joined. So that is the purpose for the second sub option in polyline. And again selecting polyline, making some points like this. And there is another option, undo. By using the undo sub option, we can go to the previous option. Clicking undo sub option, you can see that we go to the previous point. Another option is length. By selecting the length sub option, we can create line having some having some distance or line, and also that line will be a continuous straight line from the previous line. Like if I want to create a 500 unit line, giving 500 units, click on enter, and I'm placing my cursor like this to downward and giving enter. Okay, let's specify that unit again, giving 500 and giving enter. You can see that I have placed my cursor to downward, but that line has created towards straight according to the previous line. Okay, and the next two options are remaining, that are half width and width option. So let's take this option for polyline again. We can give PL enter command, giving escape. PL enter. Okay. So I'm selecting a start point here. After selecting the half start point, you will get the option for half width and length. First, half width and width. So I'm selecting half width firstly. Select the half width. After selecting the half width, actually this half width and the width options, sub options are, we're using that sub options for creating a line or a polyline having different line width, or that can be same line width. For that, they're asking for specify the starting half width. I'm going to create uh, a polyline having two different width line width values. So I'm giving a starting width of 0 and giving enter. And the next option is next we have to specify the ending half width. For that, I'm giving an ending half width of 2 units and giving enter. After that, you can see that I got a polyline or a line having two different line widths. So I'm going to place on this point here. Also, I'm putting auto mode on. Like this, you can create a line. After that, for making this as an arrow, I want to continue that line with a 0 line width. For that, I'm selecting that half width option again and giving is for specifying the half width, starting half width, I'm giving 0 value. And for again, we have to specify the ending half width. For that also, I'm giving 0 value. So we can see that again my line becomes the common straight line having 0 line width. Selecting ending that line here and give escape. Again selecting the polyline option and picking this point. For selecting the another option which is width. That option is also similar to the half width, but that two options is having some difference, and I will show you that what is the difference between the half width and width options. I'm selecting half width option. After that, I have to specify the starting width point, giving 0 starting width point. For the ending width, I'm giving 2, the same value as above, and ending at this point. Okay. And again selecting the width, giving 0 starting width, and or also for the ending width giving 0 enter. Created two similar arrows by giving same starting width and ending width, but you can see that there is difference between the starting width and the ending width arrows. That means the arrow which we have created or the polygon which we have created using the half width is having a larger value when compared to the line which we have created using the width option. Both are similar, but those are having this will have some size difference and we have created even using the same width value, line width values.